Finding the best time of day and optimizing my brain has been one of the most effective studying tactics I have ever used. So the thing with studying is there's not really like a one size fits all type studying tactic. Everybody's different, everybody's unique, everybody's brain works differently. Everybody studies in a unique way. Which, by the way, if you are looking for the best way to study for yourself, because like I said, everybody's different, everybody's unique. If you click the first link in the description, you can join my course and you can basically be taught how to find the best time of day for you to study and find the most optimum way for you to study in a way that works for your brain. First link in the description. I will teach you everything I know about how to study effectively. So the thing is like I said, everybody's different. Everybody's brain is optimized for a different way. So you got to find the best time of day that is for you to study. You got to find when your brain is like fine-tuned the best way to study. So what do I mean by that? Well, here's the thing. We have 24 hours in a day. There's only certain times, certain hours in the day that your brain works at 100% efficiency. The rest of the day, it may only be at like 80 or 70 or like 60% efficiency. I know that's the case with me. So your brain has certain hours of the day when it works the most effectively. And you got to find the most optimum time of the day to study. I know, like, with me, the most optimum time for me is between the hours of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. I've tried to optimize it the best way, and I did this experiment, and I found, okay, so if I study at, like, noon, my brain is more effective. Like, right now, it's like 12:30 right now. It's like 12:30 p.m. right now. And my brain, I can feel I'm in just complete full focus. I'm just in complete, like, flow state, if you will. I'm just in complete optimized brain efficiency to work. Like, I'm working right now. I'm not studying right now, but like at 12:30 could be times I'm reading a book, could be times I'm studying for an exam. It could be times I'm trying to obtain any sort of knowledge. You got to find the best time to optimize your brain. Like I said, for me, it's between the hours of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. But for you, it might be different. And like I said, it depends on everybody. I've known people who their most optimum time is literally midnight. Like, literally, they're night owls. Like, you ever heard the term night owls? Well, there's a reason why that exists, because those people's brains are more optimized to work at midnight. So they're night owls. But for you, it could be a bit differently. So how do you find the best way to actually find the most optimum part of your brain? Well, there's no really straight answer. You got to experiment a bit. So, and I get this might actually be difficult if you're in school, if you're at work, because like factory schedules, like you got to be here at the factory at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. You got to be at work at 6:30, 7 o'clock. And that might not be the most optimum time your brain works. Your brain might start working at like 10 a.m. or your brain might start working at like 1 p.m., right? So it's going to be difficult if you're working a job, and it's difficult if you're going to be going to school. But during your days off, try to don't feel shame for going to bed at different times, or don't feel shame for staying up late, because just experiment and find when your brain works the best. So for example, let's say you have an exam that's coming up. It's like 2 weeks from now, but you get like the weekend off, right? Okay. So when it comes to studying on the weekend, try to find when you feel like your brain is the best optimized for studying. Like I said, I did experiments. For me, I found it was between the times of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m., which, by the way, I work a job, so I was able to still find that. Like, even working a job, like long hours, I was still able to find a 9 a.m. job to a 4 p.m. I was still able to find it. It was perfectly okay. So you can still do it even if you're like working a 9 to 5. That's like really long hours, right? With like a factory schedule and everything. You can still do it. So you got to experiment a bit. So like I said, try this on the weekend, experiment a bit, just try to find when your brain works with it, and you'll know it. It's not like something that's very, very difficult. You'll know it. You'll know when like your brain's a bit more optimized for studying. You know when you'll get the worst brain fog. Your body will be attuned to the time. So the one of the best ways to actually study effectively is you got to find when your brain works at 100% efficiency. I guarantee if you study in the window that your brain works the best, you will study so much better than if you were to like study at like some random time, like 6 p.m. when your brain isn't optimized to work at 6 p.m. or study at 6 p.m. So find the best time to optimize your brain. Do some experimentation. Find when your brain works the most effectively, and I guarantee you'll be a lot better at studying, and I guarantee you'll be so much better at retaining information in books. So try it for yourself. Start doing some experimenting. Find out when your brain works the best.